an attorney, a very good attorney, some questions that might seem simple to him, but I'd like the explanation. So one explanation, whenever I see trust, oftentimes it'll say it's a revocable trust. And what does revocable exactly mean?
Sure. So revocable basically means that you get to change it. And that's an awesome feature, meaning that, we're humans, we get to change our minds. We want to do different things at different points in our lives. And so the revocable trust just simply means that, hey, when I want to change it, I get to. And you'll see living trust sometimes. And really, it's the same thing. It's just a description. Yeah, I created this trust while I'm alive. I get to change it. The big difference between trusts, really, living, revocable, whatever, the big difference is an irrevocable trust. Means that you cannot change it. And so there's specific types of trusts that we can create, and the irrevocable trusts are typically very specialized instruments that are designed to solve some specific tax problems.
Okay. That makes sense. While I'm at it, I have a couple more questions. So sometimes I get confused because I hear an executor and a trustee. Is there a difference, or can you explain the difference to me?
Sure. So an executor is operating under a will, and sometimes you'll hear the term administrator.
Yes.
And basically, either both of those are working under the probate. The executor is working under a will through probate. The administrator is working under not a will. Basically, there wasn't a plan in place, but they're still going through the probate process. And so the key thing for you as a realtor is to know whether they have full IAEA powers, meaning that they can sign off on a deed without the court's approval, or if they have limited powers, then the court has to sign off on that transaction. So that's a key question to ask when you see an executor or an administrator.
And what are some issues that you've come across, Kevin?
And so while we're talking about powers, power of attorney, because here I'm on a roll. So
let me go back to one thing.
Please do.
You asked what's the difference between an executor and a trustee.
Yes.
So the trustee now is operating under the trust, meaning the probate court is nowhere near this transaction.
Okay.
We can list this as a normal listing. We don't have to get court approval unless there's trust litigation going on.
Okay. And well, see, he says something really key about probate, the P word. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying the probate, I've been through them where people have their things in order and it's a smooth transaction. And I've been through probate, and I wouldn't wish that necessarily on anybody. And
Right.
so, I mean, that's exactly why you want to use someone like Erik, so you don't have to go through probate, because I've seen it just literally destroy families.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my final question.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining me this evening. And again, Erik, what's the best way for someone to reach you?
Awesome. So the best way is to contact us through our website at www.huberlawgroup.com.
And Kevin?
Is through Lisa Torres, and give her a call. She's on this video.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.